the princess or the Duchess? Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. This is Bride to Be TV, the place to be if you are planning a wedding and want to create a strong marriage. I'm Donna and this week we are talking about the royal wedding. Now, I didn't do a video for Meghan's wedding because I hadn't started my channel then, but I am a huge fan of the royal family and I love watching anything to do with them. I grew up watching William and Harry and Beatrice and Eugenie, and I love watching those guys and what they're up to. So when I found out that she was getting married, I was thrilled, and they make such a lovely couple. And I'm not going to draw comparisons of who did it better, but I did want to pick out some things from both weddings that I really loved. Obviously, we had a early summer, late spring wedding with Meghan and Harry, and we've had an autumn wedding with Eugenie and Jack. And so that in itself brings about differences, and you notice that it's very easy to make comparisons because they come from the same family and they got married in the same church. So the budgets that they were looking at were huge budgets, so they were able to do quite grand things. The flower arrangements, for example, in May we had a lot of white, a lot of lush green, that beautiful arch surrounding the door as they walked into the church. It was stunningly beautiful. And for our autumn wedding, we had a lot of oranges, a lot of deep reds, a lot of autumnal colours, and it was again just stunning. When it comes to the dresses, I have to say I did prefer the princess wedding dress over the Duchess's wedding dress. Not because I didn't like Meghan's wedding dress, I did, and I thought it suited her very well, but I did feel like a lot of people felt that it was quite ill-fitting for her. I feel like she's got a stunning figure, and to wear a slim fit dress like she did and have it be so baggy on her was a shame. But the dress itself, the classic simplicity of the lines of the dress were beautiful on her and really suited her, and the veil and all the symbolism within that veil was amazing. But the princess's dress, that off the shoulder, very sort of formal looking princess gown, was stunning. I was sad not to see a veil, but I completely understand why she decided not to wear one and what she was aiming for with showing off the scar on her back. Have to say that from what I saw on the TV, couldn't really see it, but I did see it in the newspapers the next day when there were more close-up pictures of the back of the dress. And for what she's standing for there, I think she made the right decision for herself. But they both just beamed so much throughout their day, and it's what I've said to you guys before, is no matter how much your budget is, no matter what makeup you choose to wear or not wear, regardless of the dress you wear, the beauty comes from the radiance that comes from your smile. And just being that ecstatically happy and unable to hide it is what makes a bride beautiful. And you saw that with both the ladies on both their days. Now, obviously, we had the news that Meghan and Harry are going to have a little baby next spring. I did think that it was a little bit poor timing to do it the day after the wedding. It would have been nice to have let the media sort of do a little bit of publicity around the wedding rather than one day and then we're back to Harry and Meghan. But, you know, it's another joyful occasion. It's another baby to be born, and that's going to be lovely. I feel like the royal family really does weddings well, and I'm a traditionalist when it comes to weddings and marriage and what it stands for. So I really, really look up to the royal family because they do have the staying power, you know, with the exception of the one we won't mention. When they get married, they really do stay married. And for a family that is as big as it is, when you look at the marriages within that and how well they've stayed together, they really do take their vows seriously. And that's something that I just think everybody needs to think about a little more. When you get married, you're taking those vows, and those vows need to be considered. And if you can't with all of your heart say those vows and mean them, then perhaps you're not marrying the right person. It's very easy to get caught up in the excitement of an engagement and planning a wedding. But at the end of the day, you don't want to marry the wrong person. And I think within the royal family, because they are watched so carefully, I think they are much more considered when they're looking at their partners and who they want to be with for the rest of their lives. And when they are actually looking at it, I don't want to say it's more of a business mind that they look at it with, but there is a lot more considered because they are in the public eye. They do stand for the British traditions, and they do stand for this country, and they want to show a strong united front. So when you see who they choose to marry and how that marriage starts to blossom, they really are people you can look up to. You look at Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. They have been together for so long, and they are still very much together today, and it is an inspiration to me, and I hope it is to you too. It was absolutely wonderful to see him attend the wedding, and I was quite shocked, along with some of the newscasters that mentioned how wonderfully agile he is for a man of his age, having just had a hip operation. To be able to walk into that church unaided was fantastic. And long may he live, and long may the Queen live, and long may their family grow and blossom and have many more happy marriages. So that was just my little take on 2 of the weddings that have happened this year. Are you having an autumn wedding, or you waiting till next summer? Drop a comment below and let us know when you're getting married and what your colour theme is. I'd love to know. And I will see you next week for some more planning tips. See you soon. Bye for now.